Hello guys, Sebastian here. Sorry I haven't been doing many videos. I've just been busy and I've been moving and have a couple projects that I've been working on. Hopefully I can do some more videos more often, like maybe, a couple a week. I'm not quite sure. I can't make any promises. So anyway, today's video is going to be a reason video, not really tutorial, because I want to talk about something due to my trial ending for Expanse. I cannot trial it, which is bullshit if you ask me. They should allow you to trial, when devices get updated. That'd be nice. I mean, not like updated like bug fixes, but when it comes to like being a 1.0 to a 2.0, yeah, we should have another chance to look at the device and see the features and see if we want to get it. But I'll eventually buy it anyway. It's pretty nice. But in today's video, we're going to be looking at Proton, which is a device that's really interesting that I trialed. This is indeed a granular synthesizer, and what is really remarkable and interesting about this device is that Propellerhead has updated their SDK to load your own samples in these instruments. Very, very cool, Propellerheads. You got a thumbs up from me. Anyway, let's go to this button and see if I could find anything on my desktop that's not totally I guess we could go through some of this. Synaptics stuff they give away. It's nice. So we got our own like little preset in there, so I guess I'll bring. Yeah, it's too small of a sample, really. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and maybe I'll look at some of this Black Octopus Leviathan stuff, like these glitches. These will be really interesting. Alright, so we can go to this editor and we can normalize this, which really helps. I don't really like Mode 1 too much. Mode 1 sounds a little messy to me. Probably good for like textures and watery kind of sounds that you'd probably hear in like Psytrance and, Chillwave and stuff, but I really do like this mode too. Size, bringing it down. Yeah, but this thing is really nice. So this emitter, I couldn't read that. It's kind of, God, I need to get some glasses. Anyway, this emitter is basically like your granular control. So you got this position of the sample you can scan through. And I'll teach you a trick with this in a while, but you got this size. It makes your the size up there of what it scans through a lot bigger, which is cool, and you can shrink down to like a minimum of grains, like right there. Flunk shade, I think that helps. I'm not quite sure what that does, to be honest. Yeah, it kind of gives it a little more variation in the waveform. So, for instance, it'll jump around. It'll be more varied. So that's what it does. I have no idea what this does. Yeah, it kind of does the same thing. I think it shrinkens the grains a little bit. Then you got this symmetric fade in, fade out. These are nice. These are cool for like making stuff. Let me use a different example. Yeah, we'll use this one right here. So that's fade in soft. So I like symmetric, to be honest with you. It sounds a lot more. a lot more pleasing to me. Yeah, mode 1 I don't really care too much for because it just sounds like a mess to me. It sounds a bit like, it sounds like they have some sort of reverb kind of thing going in there. This probably be useful for like pads and stuff like that, but you got this life right here. It kind of adds that. It kind of adds like a almost a decay control to the weight to the sample. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and you got keyboard tracking on here, which is one of my favorite features ever in any synth. And those are different keys, and you can, you know, have a little variation in your notes. It's pretty cool. You got this basic filter right here. I believe you get a couple of filters. You get a low pass with a 24 slope, a 12 dB slope, and you get a high pass filter and a band pass filter. You also get a second filter too. It's pretty cool. You can run them parallel or serial, which is nice. And you got a amp envelope, plain Jane, just everyday amp envelope, so you can create keys, kind of plucky stuff. And one of my favorite things to do with like complex waveforms is I like to bring my position all the way down and my my size all the way down. And I like to have like this on mode 2, for instance. So we'll bring the position up a little bit, and you can just scan through this like it's a wavetable and find like a nice place where the grains. And we can turn off this keyboard tracking. So yeah, you can actually use the sample and have multiple waveforms in it, kind of like a wavetable almost. It'll be choppy. It's not going to be like Expanse or Serum. It's not going to be like that. It's not going to be, you know, they're not going to be morphing really well. But you know, you can make basic synth sounds, complex synth sounds by doing this. It's pretty interesting. Next we got a multi-seg envelope. You can loop this like an LFO. You can sync it to your host. Sync it to Reason. You got this length. It's pretty cool. You got see how it's pretty. And then you got all these different dimensions. So let's say destinations. So let's say I want this to scan through the position. So lengthwise. So you can create some really interesting stuff by just throwing this on the position, or you know, throwing it on the size too, you know, just a little bit. Like maybe we want a little bit of size when it gets up there. So and this is pretty cool. You got the mod wheel. It's basic mod wheel. You can set it to size, particle pitch, or you know, the filter cutoffs or resonances, which is cool. And you got these LFOs. I think you can trigger these with them too. And you know, you got these LFOs, of course, so we can do the fluctuation and have this on our depth. So you can make some really cool, nasty respaces. You can resample like something out of like Thor, out of a complex Thor combinator setup, and you can just really just destroy sounds with this, which is nice. One thing I wish they had in here was how Atmosphere has a kind of a pitch. It'll start to pitch different grains. I wish it had that in here. That would be kind of useful since I can't use Atmosphere and Reason. But yeah, this thing is really, really cool. You can, another thing I wish they would allow us to do is put more points in here. Let's create our own shapes in this, now that it actually does commands, I believe. It does commands now, so you can, make that be able to be shaped kind of like a serum LFO. That'd be nice. But I believe on the back, yeah, you can use like I think you can use other modulation like from Maelstrom from the mods. So we'll go to our grain table synth, and I don't want this really doing anything. I want uh the mod, yeah. Like for instance, we can have this on our position. Let's change this. Let's turn this all off. So go here. So we just assigned this to the position of Proton, and we have more options waveform wise. So like I like these slopes. That sounds pretty crazy. Let's try a different sample actually. Let's go back to my desktop and let's throw an atmosphere in here. Yeah, I'll bring our position over here, and that's getting annoying. Yeah, yeah, we found some cool stuff in here. The birds. Maybe we'll turn this off. Scan through here. Yeah, that don't work too well. Maybe we'll just stick with the glitchy kind of effects. Yeah. And for the people like making neurofunk music and kind of like droney, kind of dream kind of music like chill wave or vapor wave or whatever, this thing is gonna work out for you because you can make some really crazy unheard sounds with granular synthesis. Yeah, is that reverb on? No. There's a phaser in here too. It's a basic one, which is nice. They add some cool effects. I believe they'll add more stuff in future updates. One of the guys that worked on it said that he wants to add a bunch of stuff here, and they have a big to-do list. So this thing is brilliant, though. Like, I really like this. I want to see more innovative rack extensions like this. Like let Reason stand out from the other plugins and software. Like this is what I like. Like almost stacking like 3 of these in a combinator and just creating a very rich pad, like out of samples, just sounds really cool to me. And we can, you know, reverse this. We got their little sample editor in here. Like, I can cut maybe this right here out. Yeah, I'm gonna actually gonna crop like this right here, probably. So, you know, we got a little crossfade loop. Yeah, they give you a lot of workarounds in here. It's pretty sweet. You know, like compared to going in Atmosphere or Atmosphere don't allow that. That's nice. You know. Um. Yeah, but please make more stuff like this. Guys, like this. This is what makes me want to come back to Reason and use Reason. This is the stuff that I like. This plus the CV stuff really just blows my mind, you know? Like, you can do some crazy stuff with this stuff. I can't wait to see some of the refills, like, what Sophonics and all kinds of other crazy Reason sound developers do with this. Like, it's gonna be interesting. Let's go to mode 1. Maybe that'll sound cool with this one. Yeah, this kind of sounds like, the live kind of sounds like a grain size to me. Let's go to our mod and let's see what it sounds like with our mod on our position. Yeah, nice wind effect right there. That's cool. Yeah, well, this was a video on Proton. Proton is in the propeller head shop for $55. It's really cool. They're gonna update it. They're gonna add a lot more features. They've been saying in the Reason Talk forums, try it. It's nice. It's one of the most different devices in a RE store, and I hope more developers innovate like this. Thank you for watching my video. Like it, give it a thumbs up. If not, I don't care. Have a nice day.